Hello students, today we will discuss our fourth chapter of business studies and first function of management, and that is planning. First of all, we have to discuss what is planning or the concept of planning. Planning is deciding in advance, or planning is deciding a path to be followed to reach a destination or achieve a target. We all are somehow busy in making plans related to our daily life. We all are preparing our plans, what to do, when to do, how to do, who are to do it, when it is to be done, where it is to be done. All these things we are preparing in our daily life. For example, student plans for scoring good marks in exam. A housewife plans for house activities. A teacher also plans his lessons to be taught. A doctor also plans regarding his activities. A CEO of a company also plans to achieve set target of a company, like this. So we all are preparing our plans. Next point. So planning decides the way or procedure to achieve goals or reach at our destinations. Planning is a deciding in advance. Nobody prepare plans for past. Planning is a deciding in advance means before completion of a before starting of a job. Everyone is preparing their plans. Therefore, it is called planning is deciding in advance what to do and how to do. It is the primary function of a management. It bridges the gap where we are and where we want to reach. Next, next point, the features of a planning. Features, yeah, symptoms, yeah, characteristics, yeah, nature of a planning. The first feature of a planning is planning focus on achieving objectives. Planning focus on achieving objectives. That means, see, planning started after setting up objectives. All the plans are prepared to achieve the objectives. If there is no objectives, planning will not be prepared. So it will be discussed in our process of a planning. So planning is prepared, planning is purposeful, it has no meaning unless it contributes to the achievement of a predetermined organizational goals. Therefore, it is called planning focus on achieving objectives. Next feature, planning is a primary function of a management. In our uh, first chapter, nature and significance of management, we have discussed there are five functions of management, that is planning to controlling. First function of management is planning. Planning is the primary or first function to be performed by every manager. No other function can be executed by the manager without performing planning. Third feature is planning is pervasive. Pervasive means it is essential at all levels. Planning is required at all levels, at all types of organizations. All levels means at primary level, at lower level, middle level, top level, at private company, public company, government company. कहीं पे भी देखो, everywhere planning is essential for every sort of business activities. Every department, whether purchase, sales, accounts, auditing, marketing, etc., needs systematic planning. Next feature is planning is continuous. Planning is continuous in the sense till the business will continue, planning is also to be continued. And after achieving one objective, business sets another objective. and for achieving that objective, planning is also to be prepared. Therefore, it is called planning is continuous in nature. So, planning is a never ending or continuous process, because after making plans, also one has to be in touch with the changes in changing environment and in the selection of one best way. Next feature, planning is futuristic, because planning is always made for future, and planning is prepared on the basis of a future estimations. So, planning always means looking ahead. It is never for past. All the managers try to make predictions and assumptions for future. Next feature, planning involves decision making. Planning choice making of the best possible alternative out of various alternatives, because alternatives are there, it will be clear in process of planning. The topic process of planning, it will be more clear. So perhaps planning involves decision making. Next, importance of a planning. Importance. What are the importance, or without planning, whether the organization is able to achieve its objectives or not? Therefore, without planning, no organization is able to achieve its objectives. Therefore, planning has some importance. So, planning provides direction. First importance is planning provides direction. Direction means the ways and means for performing the duties. How to do? What are the methods to be followed by employees? This is called planning provides direction, means it provides instructions or directions or ways or methods for performing the job. So planning provides the directions to the efforts of employees. Planning makes clear what employees have to do, how to do, etc. What to do, how to do, who are to do it, etc. Next importance, planning reduces the risk of uncertainty. You all know it about, if there is no planning, there may be some problems in futures. For achieving every targets or objectives, one has to make its plans. And if you have to prepare your plans, your risk may be reduced to some extent. Therefore, it is the point is planning reduces the risk of uncertainty. That means planning helps the manager to face the uncertainty, because planners try to force the future by making some assumptions to assume it may be happen in future. So the plans are made to overcome uncertainties, mishappenings, future problems, and we are anticipating if such types of problems will occur in future, how to face these problems. Like this, by following these assumptions, managers are preparing the plans. Next, planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. Means see, the organization or the employees who are following the plans properly, they avoids the overlappings or unnecessary activities or wasteful activities, because they are to perform only as per the plans, not to perform the work with the trial and error methods. Simply they work according to the plans. That means planning evaluates the alternative uses of the available and prospective resources of the business, and makes their most appropriate use. The resources which are available in an organization, that must be properly utilized. That means proper utilization of resources. Overlapping, unnecessary wastage of activities are avoided. Next, Next importance is planning promotes innovative ideas. Means innovative ideas. Everybody has some ideas, some creativeness, knowledge, skill, resource, talents, but they do not have scope to utilize it, to practice it. Therefore, planning promotes innovative ideas. If you are to think about yourself, you are to make your plans. Suppose you are assigned duties and you make your plans for completion of that duties, that task. Definitely, your talency, your decision making capacity, your creativeness will improve. So, planning requires high thinking and it is an intellectual process. So, it makes the managers innovative and creative. Next importance, planning facilitates decision making. That means, see, suppose you are working with a by following a particular plans, and if there will be any problems by following that plans, so there is a need of a change of these plans. So, planning facilitates decision making. At that time, you have to take your decisions, own decisions or new decisions, because this planning, this process is not systematic for achieving your objectives. So, at that time, you may take your own decisions. So, planning facilitates decision making. That means planning helps the managers to look in the future and make a choice from amongst various alternative courses of action. Next importance, planning establishes standards for controlling. Standards for controlling. You an example, that is, suppose a worker is assigned duties to produce 10 units per day, and at the end of the day, if we control, if we check that actual what is the actual output, suppose the actual output is 8 units, that means there is shortage of 2 units. So how it is shortage of 2 units? Because there was a standard of 10 units. Now you can compare with the standard and actual, standard or estimated. Estimated unit was 10, actual unit is 8. So there is shortage of 2 units. Therefore it is called planning established standard for controlling. Controlling matter to check. So it is the predetermined goal with which the actual performance are compared with it to find out the deviation and suggest remedial measures. Suggest remedial measures. Means, see, now as for my example, 2 units were shortage. That means the deviation is 2 units. That means, see, there may be different causes. Now these deviations are to be find out why there is shortage of 2 units. Okay. Next, limitations of planning. Planning has also some limitations. Everything has some merits as well as demerits. So now we will discuss about what are the limitations of planning. First point is planning leads to rigidity. Rigidity means rigid, means strict, which is to be followed, which is not easy to change, which is not fluctuating in nature. That means, see, once plans are made to decide the future course of action, the manager may not be in a position to change them. Once it is established, once it is implemented, the manager has to follow it. Though it is not useful for our organization, still we have to follow it. So this is therefore it is called planning leads to rigidity. Second limitation is planning may not work in dynamic environment. Dynamic environments where the environment is frequently changing. So planning works only on static environment. If there is some change in environment, definitely there is a need of a change of plans. So the plan which is made for a particular type of environment, it may not work in another type of environment. Therefore it is called planning may not work in a dynamic environment. Next, planning reduces creativity. Planning reduces creativity. Creativity means your innovative ideas. That means if employees are to work as per the instructions, as per the plans provided to them, so they are to follow they have to perform their duties as per the plans. They will not use their talency, their knowledge, their resources, their efficiency. They will not use it, by which their creativity will reduce. Definitely uh, their thinking powers, their decisions, their uh, efficiency will decrease. Therefore it is called planning reduces creativity, because employees have to follow the plans only. Fourth limitation is planning involves huge costs. Huge cost means it is expensive in nature. Planning process involves lot of a cost, because it is an intellectual process, and companies need to hire the professionals, those who are preparing plans. Company need to hire the professionals, or experts, to carry on this process. For this the professionals charging high prices. Next, planning is a time consuming process. Planning is a thinking function, so it consumes a lot of time. So lot of time is needed in developing planning premises. Planning does not guarantee success, though planning has some importance, but planning may not work in dynamic environment, we have already discussed, and planning may not guarantee of a success. Yeah, if you follow this, suppose if you follow this process, this plans, definitely you will succeed. Planning does not guarantee. Planning does not guarantee of a success. Planning only provides a base for analyzing future. It provides a base for analyzing future, but planning does not guarantee success. It is a base for analyzing future. It is not a solution for future course of action. So today this is the end of our topic, and in the next period we will discuss about the process of planning, and this will be in our next period. Okay, thank you.